Hello YouTube, this is Taylor with CliffsOfClaven bringing you our next war recap, and this was our war against KOREA in-BUCHON, which I believe is a Korean seafood dish. And as you can see, we squeaked out the victory. I'm not going to lie, I thought I was going to be bringing you a recap of a defeat. Of course, I think that on every war, but this one in particular, we were facing off against a clan with a max Town Hall 11. Max, like, he had max walls, max defenses, max troops, max heroes. He was better looking than us. He had more money. His wife was hotter. And also at the bottom, we had a Town Hall 8, and they had no Town Hall 8. So they had a Town Hall 11, and then all the rest of them were Town Hall 9s. We have a Town Hall 11 that is not max, and then we had one Town Hall 8, and the rest were Town Hall 9s. We were at a pretty big disadvantage here, and as you can see, we had some trouble getting 3 stars on all of their Town Hall 9s, including their bottom Town Hall 9 got away from us. I don't know how we'll ever live down the shame. And I will, of course, be calling out by name all of the guys who attacked the space and failed to get the 3-star. May they be publicly shamed forever. But we're going to go up to the top, and we're going to take a look at number 3, who was hit by what has to be our best-looking, most skilled player. This is TaleInator. This is a cleanup attack that I did. I used the Queen Walk. Our first attack had like over 90% with heroes that were quite a bit lower than mine. So this is a real easy attack, not a lot of skill required, which is exactly the way I like it. The plan was Queen Walk over on the right side, and then Quake in at the top, send some Valks into the core, and then some Hogs over on the left side to take out some of those defenses on the other side of the wall. So just letting the Queen Walk develop a little bit. Here come the Quakes up at the top. I was able to take Quakes and then 2 heals and a Rage instead of Poison because I knew that there was a Lava Hound in the CC. And when there's a Lava Hound in the CC, just don't bring a lot of troops that can attack a Lava Hound. You can see I'm making the funnel, which is 3 wizards. And I'm hoping those wizards will die before they get to the core so that the Lava Hound won't have anything hitting it. I'm keeping the Queen far away from that CC. You can see a wall break in. Here come the Golems and the Valks and the King, none of which can hit the Lava Hound. And if the Lava Hound doesn't explode, it basically does nothing to you. And this one doesn't explode until the very end of the raid when the Queen actually loops all the way around and gets to it. Anyway, the Valks are in the core, put a heal down for them. They take out the Queen pretty quick. You can see the Lava Hound's following them over here, and it's hitting them. It's just not doing anything because a Lava Hound on its own doesn't do very much damage. A few Hogs over on the left side to clear out some of those defenses so the Valks don't have to beat through the walls. Not very many Hogs. Honestly, probably should have brought maybe 2 more Hogs and 1 less Valk, and might have worked out a little bit better. You can see the Wizards that I was hoping would die did not die. I brought a Rage spell for the Queen Walk that I thought I would need because I suck at Queen Walks, and I just bring a Rage every time I do one. Didn't need one this time, so I just raged up the Hogs and the Valks that are left. And right here is when the Queen gets locked onto the Lava Hound, and it explodes, which is bad, because the Lava Hound itself doesn't do much, but the pups are pretty lousy. And the pups actually take out all of these Hogs over here before the Queen and the Wizard manage to get on and take them down. So pretty much no cleanup troops left. And I was running a little low on time. I don't know if you paid attention to the start of the raid. I had 2 minutes and like 52 seconds on the raid or something. So this one came right down to the wire, and you can see what the problem is. There's builders' huts in both of these corners. Now what happens is actually sort of lucky for me, which is the way all of my 3 stars go, which is that once this hut in the corner goes down, the Queen actually reroutes and goes to the other side. If the Queen had beat through that wall and followed the Valks and the Wizards around to the builder hut, I would have run out of time and I wouldn't have got the 3-star. But I never make any claims that I'm good at this game, and if it takes luck for me to get the 3-star, I will take that all day long. Okay, let's jump down to number 5, and I want to look at Mikeybees' attack. He also used Valks and Hogs, and his Valks did what Valks always do, which is that they circled the base. He makes a pretty good funnel here, pulls out the CC with that... pulls out that CC with the Hog, and I believe this was a fresh hit, so he didn't know what was in there. So the Hound comes out, and he's going to make a funnel here with Wizards, and he's got his heroes down to make a funnel. Wall breaks in, but he drops his Valks a little too early, and they're going to actually stray over to this army camp. And when that happens, you're usually done. Once your Valks go around the side, you're done. You can see they targeted that gold storage, and by the time the gold storage went down, they were already onto the army camp. That was the closest building. So he doesn't have anything in the core. The Valks are going over to the side, but the way that he saves it is really interesting. The Valks always attack the closest building. So what he wants to do is take out some buildings where the Valk's closest building is now one that he actually wants them to attack. And so he sends in the hogs to clean up those buildings, that wizard tower in particular on the bottom, so that the Valks will actually refunnel up to the top, which I thought was a really good plan. Hogs hit a giant bomb, so he's got the heal spell down for him. Wizard on a builder hut because he's not a noob like me, and he takes the builder's huts out at the beginning instead of waiting for a miracle to happen at the end. Heal in the middle for the hogs. He's still got one heal left, and he's going to use it on top of this archer tower and this cannon. You see, he's still got some Valks in the core that are doing some work. That Tesla's actually targeting them with helps the hogs. And there goes the last heal spell. So those hogs are going to get in it, but there's still 4 defenses up here at the top that he does not have any heal spells for or anything. He's just going to have to sort of ride it out. Luckily, 2 of those defenses are mortars, which don't do very much to hogs. Really, the big threat, the wizard and the cannon. And once the wizard tower goes down, that cannon, even though it can damage your hogs, can only damage 1 at a time. And so he's left with all these troops, and because he dropped the wizard over here on this builder hut, all the buildings that he has left are up here at the top, which works out really well for him. The cleanup's already basically done, and they go up there and get the hut, and that is the 3-star. So excellent job to Mikeybees. Okay, we're going to drop down 1 more spot. Take a look at Oz. Oz bringing the 3-star. And Oz does a mix of Valks and Pekkas with 3 witches. So Oz is sort of known for his unusual army compositions, and he's also known for bucking the Claven trend by using Pekkas in his attack. We just mock him without mercy for using Pekkas, but I don't think that he cares because he gets attacks like this with them. He's going to drop in the witches and the Pekka once he makes a funnel. He's getting real good at making that funnel. After you do a few attacks where your Pekkas circle the base, you start to really get good at making the funnel. And you can see he even drops the Pekkas up a little high so he can make sure they're going to go to that jump spell instead of down to the barracks. And he drops the witches behind, and the witches are actually going to circle the base for the most part. Those skeletons taking out all the collectors and stuff on the outside. He drops down the poison for the CC. Wizard and the Queen are going to come in and take out that dragon. And he just starts dropping haste spells. Oz really loves his haste spells because he doesn't understand how they work. And so he just blankets this whole base in haste spells pretty much, or at least the whole core. He's got a golem up there at the top that is tanking for that cannon. Haste spells everywhere, which is important when your Valk is beaten against a wall. You definitely want to have them hasted up. So the Pekkas are down here working on some of these storages. As long as you keep the Pekkas away from Teslas, they're okay. I think it would have been better served instead of those 3 Pekkas just bringing more Valks. But I did not 3-star this base, so what do I know? Ends up working out for Oz, and you can see those witches down on the bottom still sort of cleaning out the trash. Those skeletons are out in front, sort of drawing some fire when they can, so those wizards can stay up. His queen over there is doing some work on those collectors, and the golem up here tanking for this cannon is about to go down, but it's gonna tank damage just long enough. You can see that queen has almost beat through the wall. She's gonna go around and start getting some of these collectors and storages, and he's still got a Pekka down here beating through the wall, a witch and wizard coming up through the center. The cannon's gonna take out his queen, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter. There's builder's huts in the corner. Ugh, stop putting builder's huts in the corner, Koreans. So the witches, it looks like he's got 2 of them left, or maybe just 1 of them with a bunch of skeletons. And the only threat, of course, is that cannon. And the archer and the witch are going to shoot over to the top. And now they're all gone, and all that's left is his lowly Pekka. But the Pekka's going to have enough time to beat through that wall. You see the skeletons distracting the cannon a little bit, although that Pekka's almost at full health, so I think he would have been okay either way. And the Pekka's going to come in and take out that cannon with a couple of swipes, and that is the 3-star. So good job to Oz and your goofy army, Oz, you weirdo. Okay, let's drop down and take a look at 7. This is Rocco. Rocco is going in on their number 7, and he's doing it with a GoVaHo army composition that I love. And so here come the golems up at the top. He's going to use some wizards on the edges there to create that funnel. This was also a fresh hit, so he does not know where the traps or what the CC is. Bringing in some wall breakers, 4 wall breakers right at that wizard tower because Rocco is a man and he sends wall breakers wherever he wants to. The queen's coming in behind, cleared up a bunch of trash. The king's going to jump in. That poison spell was awesome. He's got a poison spell on the queen and the CC at the same time. So he's slowing down the CC, slowing down the queen. Pops the king's ability very quickly, which is a smart idea. The queen's going to take care of the rest of the CC. and they're actually going to work their way in, get a few more defenses. These golems are tanking quite a bit for his heroes. And then he's going to send in the hogs. There's the queen triggering a bomb, which is nice. It's a pretty symmetrical base, so once you trigger one bomb, it's a fair bet you can guess where the other one is. Here come the hogs down at the bottom. He's got a couple of hogs on that cannon, which works out real well for him. You take out that cannon while they're sort of distracted. And I don't know if I would call this surgical hogs, because surgical hogs is a pretty high level attack, and we don't really do too much of that in Clavens. But he does do a good job of making sure the heal spells are covering all of those hogs. Last heal spell goes around that, I guess, mini Tesla farm, you might call it. And that wizard tower, cannon, archer tower, just a big cluster of defenses. So that was a good spot to drop his last heal. And he's already got a wizard over here on the backside doing some cleanup. All he's going to have for cleanup is that one wizard and these hogs. But he's got plenty of time left to do it. We're going to go ahead and fast forward this and show you that it's a 3-star. But it looks like in that attack, during the attack part anyway, he only hit the one giant bomb with his queen up at the top. So not great giant bomb placement on this base, that you could use a hog attack and only ever hit really what looks like one giant bomb, unless I missed one. So Rocco getting it done with the hog attack. Fantastic job, Rocco. All right, let's drop down to number 8, and this is me here with 100%. Me here using GoWiPe, because he hates our clan, and when we say don't use GoWiPe, he says screw you guys, I do what I want. And so he drops down a golem, very widespread on these golems, and there's the third one, which of course goes straight towards the cannon. Poison spell on the CC, doesn't even need anything else to attack the CC. He's just going to let the poison spell do all the work. That golem can handle it. And then he drops in a long line of wizards behind, taking out the camps, taking out the trash. 3 golems tanking for him, and those wizards are eventually going to step up and take out that clan castle. Here come the Pekkas and the king, and the queen coming in right behind them. Would have been nice to see that queen over on the CC, but it doesn't really matter. Golem jumping over, taking out a couple of giant bombs, which is nice. Keeps those wizards safe. Giant bombs don't really do a lot to the Pekka and the heroes, but it's nice to keep those wizards safe. Pekka's getting roasted by these Teslas, and they're going to reroute and take out the heroes up here at the top. So the heroes are gone. Heal spell in the center to keep them up. Heal spells don't do really a ton for Pekka, especially whenever they're being hit by Teslas, but it does keep those barbarians from the king up a little bit longer. And so that's a good thing. The queen's down here at the bottom, just sort of picking off defenses one at a time as she encircles this little corridor in the base. So that's nice. Everything else is tanking on those golems and Pekkas. So once the queen gets that archer tower down, she's going to take out so much of the base without anything really targeting her, which is good because you can see she's got pretty much no health left. Another giant bomb being triggered there. The queen starts to attack her favorite target, which is the wall. And once she gets through that wall, she's going to get over on the other side and help with the cleanup a little bit. Wizard tower targeting that Pekka, and you can see he's got 3 wizards and an archer up at the top. This one over here, this 4th wizard's about to join up to take out these collectors. Almost every defense is down. That queen just barely hanging on, but those golems and Pekkas are staying out in front to do some tanking for her so that she can help with the cleanup. Doing a great job of taking out everything on that base. And there goes the last defense, so we'll fast forward just the last 2 buildings to clean up, and me here with the 3-star. Well done, me here. Even though you used GoWiPe, it's still a 3-star, so we'll take it, I guess. All right, last one for you is our boy Jack going in on number 9. And he is using Valks and Hogs, same attack that he used in the last war. It worked for him then, so why not try it? Once you find an attack that works, we in the Clavens find that it's best to use the same army literally every single time you attack any base. Pretty much regardless of base. If it works for you one time, you should just use it on every base. I mean, if it worked once, it's probably a pretty good army for every base, right? He drops the poison down on the CC. So these guys, I think, pretty much exclusively had dragons and balloons in their CC or a lava hound. I don't know that one necessarily is better than the other. If you know what's in there, then I don't know that either of those is really that good. I hate lava hounds the most personally because of the pups. If you know a lava hound is in the CC, it's great. If you do not know what's in the CC and a lava hound pops out, sometimes that can really ruin your day. So Jack drops his Valks and his CC Pekka. The Valks start to go around the base, but then reroute as the wizards take out those buildings on the side. The Pekka immediately reroutes because Pekkas are stupid. You should never use Pekkas. Are you listening to me, YouTube? Never use Pekkas. They are terrible, terrible troops. Why does our clan use Pekkas? I do not understand. Those troops are garbage. Stop that. Stop using Pekkas. Okay, so the Valks have sort of split up on him down here at the bottom because he opened up so much of that base, but it's fine. He's got a heal that's covering most of them. And they can take a little bit of damage. Since the Valk update, they can't take quite as much as they used to be able to, but you can see he's got some over here doing some work. He has some that beat through this wall and are down here at the bottom doing some work. And the golem over there is tanking for that cannon, and it's half health golem that hasn't split into golemites yet, so it's going to continue to do a lot of tanking. But the Valks have taken care of all the defenses. That mortar goes down and the air defense, and that's all there is left. And you can see most of this base is already cleared out. Just got a few buildings along the edge, and he's got a nice spread on his troops. He's got Valks on the right, Wizards on the left, and there's the Queen stuck in the middle with you. So the Queen's going to roam around, take out the collectors, the barracks, the dark barracks, all that kind of stuff. And there's the 3-star from our boy Jack. So nicely done. You used a Pekka in your CC, I'm sure just to piss me off, but still managed to get it done. So nice job to Jack, and good job to all of the Clavens for getting the win here against a clan that honestly should have beaten us with the advantage that they had at the top and at the bottom. You could see how great this clan was, and us as well. Look at that most heroic attack. Yeah! The Clavens, we always attack as high as we possibly can. We are heroes. So, I hope you enjoyed the war recap. I will be bringing you the next one in a few days once this current war wraps up. And until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.